everyone. Here are 7 questions to ask when building a backyard deck. Now that summer has finally arrived, many homeowners may think about building a backyard deck by themselves. Be careful. If it is not done correctly, you may run into problems later when you try and sell your home. Here are 7 things to remember. Number 1, do you need a building permit? Every city has its own rules, but typically, if your deck is higher than 2 feet above the ground and is larger than 108 square feet, you will need a building permit before starting. In some cities, if the deck is attached to your home, then you will always need a building permit before you build. In my opinion, by getting a proper permit in advance, it is easier to answer any questions about your deck when you sell your home later. This is because the city will do a proper inspection when your deck is completed to make sure that everything was built correctly. Number 2, what material should you use when you build a deck? I have learned over the years that while the foundation of most decks are usually pressure-treated wood, the veneer and railings are usually cedar. Experts have warned that if you decide to stain your cedar deck, you should pre-stain all 6 sides of the wood before you install it. In addition, make sure that there is at least a 1/4 inch gap between each piece of wood. Number 3, will it matter how large I build a deck or whether it is close to the boundary line? The answer is yes. The square footage area of a deck may count when determining whether your home complies with the zoning bylaws regarding how close any structure can be to the lot lines and how much square feet is permitted to be built inside your entire lot. For example, if the deck is at least 48 inches off the ground or the foundation is extended for construction of the deck, then it will count towards how many total square feet you can build on your land. In addition, if the deck is built too close to the lot line, it could also violate the local zoning bylaws. If you make a mistake, you could be forced to remove all or a part of your deck. Number 4, should you do it yourself or use an expert? In my opinion, you should always use an expert. If the deck is not properly secured to your home, it could lead to water in the basement later. In addition, improper design and construction could lead to the deck rotting out and collapsing under the weight of people on it. If it happens, you will be liable for any injuries caused to guests who may be injured while visiting your home. Experts will make sure that your deck has the proper footings in place for the foundation so that it meets all building code requirements and that it is properly secured to your home to prevent problems later. Number 5, is deck design important before you start? It is very important. Figure out in advance where the barbecue is going to go and any furniture you may want to include. If you are going to install a hot tub as part of your deck, make sure you leave enough space for this as well. Some owners prefer the hot tub close to their home so they can use it in the winter. Others prefer it in another area of the yard so that they can have more room to entertain on the deck itself. Number 6, will I need guardrails? If the deck is higher than 24 inches off the ground, you will likely need a guardrail that is at least 36 inches high. Once the deck is higher than 6 feet off the ground, it will require a 42-inch high guardrail. In all cases, the openings in the guardrails cannot be larger than 4 inches so that no one falls through. Number 7, should a deck be inspected as part of any home inspection when buying a resale home? The answer is yes. Professional home inspectors should be able to tell you whether the deck is deficient in any way and whether it may have to be replaced as a result of poor workmanship. When you are looking for a deck contractor, get references and look at examples of the work they have done elsewhere. Properly constructed decks should last for at least 20 years. At our law firm, we do every part of a transaction safely, whether it is signing documents through a video conference, transferring funds to our trust account, and arranging lockboxes on closing for the keys. If you need assistance closing any real estate agreement, please contact me at mark@realestatelawyer.ca or toll free at 1-888-876-5529. Thank you.